Hey everyone, I'm back with a brand new Blu-ray update for you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I don't have a lot of titles to show you. Got about six. Uh, so let's go ahead and get into it. First up, I've got uh, quite a few BBC titles to show. So first up is DVD of Doctor Who and the Daemons. Um, Now, this is one of the stories that I hadn't seen, and there's still a few that I haven't seen yet. And so when I watched it, maybe my expectations were a bit too high because I've heard from other fans that this is a fantastic story. It's a classic, uh, but I was kind of let down by it, honestly. A problem with these classic series episodes is that the stories are anywhere from 4 to 6 to even up to 10, sometimes I think 12 maybe episodes. So there's a lot of padding that goes on when you have that many episodes. Usually 4 episodes is a fairly good length for these stories, but I think this one's around 5 or 6, and there's just a lot of not progressing the story. I mean, Unit is in this story, but they sit around on their asses and do nothing for most of the story. And so, that was one of the issues I had with it. Another thing that I didn't like about it is that the Doctor is kind of a jerk to his companion, Joe Grant, in this. I really did not like that. But, some good aspects of this. The actual plot is pretty decent. Roger Delgado is great as the Master. Yeah, it's just the padding in the episodes, and it I just didn't like it all that much. But as always with these DVDs, these Doctor Who DVDs, there are tons of special features on it. So I'm looking forward to exploring some of those pretty soon. Next up, we've got some more Doctor Who. Now, I know there's going to be a big box set of Series 7 that's going to come out later in the year. But also, I think it's priced at like $70, so I'm going to hold off on getting that until the price comes down. So I figured I'd go ahead and pick up the vanilla releases. So I've got Series 7 Part 1 and Series 7 Part 2. Now, as far as Season 7 goes, I'm not a huge fan of this series. I think it's really uneven. The first half has some okay episodes in it, but they're not like really, really great ones. But honestly, things change for the better with Part 2 of Series 7. I really, really love bringing a new companion on board, and just quite a few of the stories in this one are just really good. I really enjoyed them. I still haven't gotten the last Christmas special, the Snowman. That had its own release, but I'll pick that up eventually. And I still haven't gotten the other Christmas special, the Doctor Who Widow in the Wardrobe, mainly because I hated it. So I might pick it up if it's a really good deal somewhere. But what was cool about these is that I got them through the upgrade and save deal at Best Buy, and they were on sale for $14.99, so I got them for $10 each. Really good deal considering the original price is $25 for them. Oh, and as far as special features, you don't get a ton on these, as is the usual for these. But for this one, you do get Science of Doctor Who, which I think is a BBC America special. Doctor Who at Comic-Con, Asylum of the Daleks prequel, Making of the Gunslinger and Pond Life. And this one, you really just get the prequel to Bells of St. John and Clarence and the Whispermen. So really not a lot on this one. Next up, I've got Volume 3 of Prime Evil. This show, I'm going to be honest, this show is not great. But it is a whole lot of fun. you know, part of the problem with this it is a bit melodramatic in some parts with the characters, but just, you know, the writing is fairly good, and you know, it's just one of those sci-fi shows that if you just sit down and watch it and not think too much about it, you're gonna have a ton of fun. And they actually do some pretty interesting things in here. You know, the if you don't know, the concept of the show is that there are these anomalies. They're basically time portals that are opening up out, you know, in the world, and creatures from the past are coming through. So this show follows these people. They're part of an organization that is supposed to get the creatures and close the anomalies. And also, you do have the occasional episode where people from the past will come through, or they'll go to the past room. So, being, you know, fond of like time travel stuff and history stuff, I really enjoy those episodes. But, you know, this show's just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. This is another one I got for $10 with upgrade and save. So, really good deal on this. Really, special features are basically non-existent. There's a featurette called New Dawn, and some prequel episodes, and that's really it. But I just really enjoy this show. It's a lot of fun. Now, I've got Volume 1 on DVD, and I need to get Volume 2. But I should explain that, like Volume 1 and 2, Volume 1 contained Series 1 and 2. Because I think Series 1 was only like maybe 6 or so episodes, and the same thing with Series 2. Volume 2, I think, was around 13 to 16 episodes, something like that. So it was all just Series 3. And this contains Series 4 and 5. But, as I said, really fun show. Alright, next up I've got some Blu-ray 3D titles to show you. Now, I traded in some of my Disney Blu-rays, mostly the Toy Story ones, and I'm trying to get all the Toy Stories, you know, in the 3D Blu-rays. So I picked up the original and Toy Story 3D. Unfortunately, mine did not come with the cool kind of holographic cover, which kind of bummed me out, but still nice to have it. Anyway, and then finally I picked up The Amazing Spider-Man. You know, I kind of let this pass me by when it originally came out. I enjoyed the movie, and honestly, I watched it again hoping that I would enjoy it more the second time, and I basically had all the same problems with it I did the first time I watched it. But really the issue I have with the movie is that I think that while it is fun and entertaining, the story could have been a lot better, and there are some gaping plot holes in this. Like, you know, just because he watches somebody, you know, enter their code into this lab, you know, he gets to go in there, and then he's bitten by the spider, and, you know, I just think it's ridiculous that they wouldn't have security cameras in this place. It's insane that they wouldn't have security cameras. So I just thought that was a little ridiculous. And, you know, I don't think the lizard was really... they didn't really do a good enough job exploring his character. I didn't... It just sort of like... Kirk Connors just... After he became the lizard, he just kind of went insane there for a little bit. And then regained his senses, which it just didn't really make sense. They could have explored more with that. So I really do think that it's just... This movie is an example of an okay script, but this movie has really good actors in it, which elevate the script up. So that's kind of one of the main reasons I got it, because they're really good actors in it and some fairly good performances. So yeah, I mean, that's it for my latest Blu-ray update. Till next time, guys.